Hi, my name's Graham McCatchick, and I'm the Director of Conversion Consulting at Real Decoy. So here's the situation. When it comes to e-commerce, driving sales conversions is a huge pain point for companies of all sizes across all industries. Year over year, we see companies increasing their spend on what we like to call site visitor acquisition tactics. They're spending top dollar on things like SEO, paid search, email, and social network advertising. All this to get more eyeballs on their e-commerce store. At the same time, spending on commerce platforms and the underlying technical infrastructure continues to soar year over year. Yet, most companies are struggling with e-commerce conversion rates under 3%. Conversion rates have not increased for over a decade, especially in retail, and that is a fact. This lopsided spending on site visitor acquisition leaves significantly fewer resources available to focus on converting site visitors into customers. You'll hear competitors talking about pricing models, scalability, speed to market, innovation, and agility. All those things are more or less the same when you compare competing commerce technologies. That's why your best chance to win at selling Oracle Commerce Cloud is to help your prospects solve their conversion problem. This is all about selling conversions, not technology. The good news is you can work with Real Decoy's expert team of conversion rate optimizers to do it. In a few minutes, I'll tell you specifically how we can work together to co-sell Oracle Commerce Cloud. You can leverage Real Decoy's specialized expertise in analytics, user experience design, site search, and commerce technology. You can use Real Decoy to gain insight into your prospect's conversion pain and work with our conversion expert to help position Oracle Commerce Cloud as the best solution. All these things are what Real Decoy uses to help top-tier brands drive conversions. Later, I'll tell you about the results we've achieved for some of the brands you see on the screen here. But right now, let's get specific about your priority targets. I'm guessing your product strategy team has identified various target profiles for you. I've listed 3 across the top of the screen. We've included some profile notes on them below this video. Generally, lower mid-market companies, those earning less than 25 million in annual online sales, and mid-market companies, those earning less than 100 million in annual online sales. Those kinds of companies have the lowest conversion rates at about 1 to 3%. Large mid-market companies, earning about 100 million to a billion, hover in the 5% conversion range. B2B companies generally have the highest conversion rates, reported at 8% by Forrester. This is due to the fact that B2B buyers must make purchases through custom accounts as part of their jobs. However, B2B companies going direct to anonymous buyers for the first time will be facing the same conversion challenges as retailers. All of these targets are viable options. But if you're prioritizing an account list, Real Decoy suggests you go after VPs and directors of e-commerce, working at lower mid-market retailers who are looking for a differentiated conversion strategy so they can drive growth at scale. Let's talk about some qualifying questions you can use as a starting point to bridge to a broader strategic conversation about Oracle Commerce Cloud. We suggest you answer questions with questions in order to progress the conversation toward a discussion about Oracle Commerce Cloud. The first area of concern is the simple fact that your prospect probably has a conversion problem. At the first point of contact, your prospect is going to be thinking, I'm busy, why should I care about what you have to say? But what they really mean is convince me. Anyone with a conversion problem wants to solve it. Real Decoy suggests you start the conversation with some straight talk. Ask, have you noticed how spending on site visitor acquisition continues to rise while e-commerce conversion rates remain relatively the same? And this ties into what I discussed at the top end of this presentation. You can also ask, are you concerned about your e-commerce conversion rate? What's your level of concern? How do you define conversions? And there's lots of ways your prospects might define conversions. Anything from PPC ad clicks to video views or white paper downloads, filling out a form, or website visitors reserving a product online and then coming in store to pick it up. So those are all examples. But for the most part, your prospects will define sales conversions as the number of orders placed as a percentage of total site visitors. The next area of conversion pain you can exploit centers on poor user experience. We hear customers say general statements like, hey, I feel my site is dated, or hey, it just has a poor user experience. But what they really mean is that their site has too much information and movement that buries the main call to action. There's a confusing page layout, or a flat design. The search box is small or absent, or there's just no personalization and their site visitors are treated generically. In this situation, Real Decoy recommends that you ask, what's the reason you haven't taken action? Why do you think you don't have the control you require to make those changes? Is it a technical challenge or is it a process challenge? When you ask those kinds of questions, you can determine if they have the budget for a new commerce platform. Finally, if your prospect mentions anything about sluggish page load, site outages, or moving to the cloud, what they really mean is, what should I know? Tell me more. This is a good time to ask, was Black Friday a success for your company? Did you see a dramatic conversion boost? How does e-commerce fit into your longer range conversion strategy? Essentially, how will e-commerce drive conversions across their consumer touchpoints, web, mobile, in-store, or whatever else is relevant to them? On a related note, Real Decoy's research indicates companies move to the cloud for about 4 reasons. And there's lots of reasons why companies move to the cloud, but essentially it boils down to 4. Achieving growth at scale, so that's the first one. And generally companies are concerned about the high volume of traffic during Black Friday or other periods, so they're considering cloud. Second is efficiency. Many companies want automatic software updates and server maintenance. Next is just focus. Moving to the cloud frees staff to focus on understanding customer intent, improving UX, and other value-added activities. And then finally, cost. Total cost of ownership of cloud tends to be less than on-premise solutions. So here's what you need to know right now, and this is really important. Once you have the conversation going with a prospect, we strongly suggest you bring one of Real Decoy's expert conversion rate optimizers into the conversation. We'll conduct an express analysis of one key conversion page on your prospect's e-commerce site. It's guaranteed to help your prospects understand what motivates shoppers to take the desired conversion action. It definitely positions you, Oracle, and Real Decoy as the solution to the prospect's conversion problem. And it serves as that critical bridge to a broader strategic conversation about the benefits of Oracle Commerce Cloud. So here's how it works. The format is a live 1-hour recorded web conference with you, your prospect, and Real Decoy's conversion rate optimizer. This interactive analysis takes place in real time. We assess things like page layout, visual design, and in visual design, we're looking at the use of color and typography and graphical elements. We also look at movement and any other on-screen distractions, the quality of the written copy, the placement of the call to action and its alignment with shoppers' needs, and a detailed review of search and navigation. Your prospects get a video recording of the session along with a heat map that shows how shoppers currently interact with the web page. Together, we'll bridge from a conversation about conversions to a broader strategic discussion about the benefits of Oracle Commerce Cloud. And Real Decoy will endorse Oracle Commerce Cloud as a viable conversion-driving technology. This is a $2,000 engagement, and we're not making any margin on it. It's really just a cost recovery exercise for Real Decoy. The purpose is to work with you to get engaged with a prospect so we can prove our value together. That being said, we'll consider discounting it or offering it for free if there's a compelling business case to do so. For example, if you're engaged with a high-profile prospect. We'll assess each prospect on a case-by-case basis, and we'll make the decision together. Hopefully you can see why e-commerce analysts and top-tier brands trust Real Decoy. We're known across the industry as the global authority on the underlying personalization functionality of Oracle Commerce Cloud and Oracle Commerce On-Premise. That's critical because you don't just need any old implementer for Oracle Commerce Cloud. You need a credible conversion rate optimizer that's completed a lot of successful e-commerce projects that have driven conversions for top brands. Brands like Oriental Trading Company have made relatively small investments with Real Decoy to drive e-commerce conversions that have had a big impact. In fact, Oriental Trading Company made a $25,000 investment to tune their search relevance, and it gave them a $13 million return in the first 6 months. We also drove conversions 2 times the industry average for Land's End with search and UX improvements. Real Decoy migrated Office Depot to Oracle Commerce Experience Manager and made dramatic improvements to its search and recommendations engine. They now rank number 8 overall for search engine usability among the top 50 e-commerce retailers. Also, using Oracle Commerce technology, we made significant improvements to search user experience for Dot Foods. Dot Foods is the major US B2B food distributor. They told us 80% of their new business was driven by improvements to on-site search. So these are the kinds of results and the kind of partner that your prospects are looking for with Oracle Commerce Cloud. Maybe you've seen Real Decoy's enhanced Oracle Commerce Cloud store. It's structured specifically to drive conversions, and it's ready to go today. So please reach out anytime if you'd like to do some joint account planning or if you have any questions. We'd love to work with you, and we'd love to take out the competition together.